Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
Ready. Are you ready?
Ready? Fight!
It's time for Effingham Hearts football on your home for local sports. 97.9 XFM. Let's go to the sidelines for pregame information.
It is a football Friday night. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Klosterman Field, the home of the Hearts, for Apollo Conference football action as the Effingham Hearts play host to the Charleston Trojans. I'm Greg Sepp, Dustin White alongside Kenna, the Queen of the Night, back at the studios, and Wayne up top capturing all the video. He'll have that available on the website later in the weekend. And we bid you welcome. What a beautiful night, Dustin White.
It sure is. It's perfect football weather. It's not too chilly, but it's cool enough that those guys aren't going to get overheated out there tonight. And Effingham's looking for a third straight win, and I'll be real happy if they come up with it tonight in what's always a fun matchup with Charleston.
Absolutely. These two teams have a history.
Yes.
And this game always means a lot to both teams, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Charleston, I want to say at the outset, is hampered by injuries. They have 4 starters that aren't playing tonight due to injury. 2 of their running backs, this is how interesting it's been for Brian Halsey's crew. One young man got hurt on the first play of the season on the opening kickoff, one of their running backs that they were depending on. And another one has gone down since then, and 2 other guys on defense, including the leading tackler so far this season, isn't available tonight. That's a lot to overcome.
It sure is, and Charleston came into the season. They were going to be a young team anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They played a lot of really young guys last year, and they're still kind of in the middle of a rebuilding process. And it's tough whenever guys go down on like that and aren't able to get that experience. But then it hurts. It hurts you right now too, because the guys that you're intending to count on aren't on the field. So it kind of has an ill effect on things for you, not only this year but down the road.
A lot to think about too. This is a team that won their opener against Rantoul. Rantoul struggling some this year. In their next 2 games, though, Charleston's been outscored 70-0, including 42 that Centralia put on them last week.
And now, let's meet the defensive starters for your Effingham Flaming Hearts. At defensive tackle, number 72, Evan Boggs. The other tackle, number 68, Cole Moran. At defensive end, number 88, Carter Hayes. The other defensive end, number 45, Billy Arndt. The linebacking core, starting from the inside, number 21, Travis Durbin. The other inside, number 50, Griffin Page. On the outside, number 11, Joe Neiman. The other outside, number 6, Jordan Coleman. At one corner, number 12, Kevin Doherty. The other corner, number 15, Michael Carey. And the free safety, number 2, Drew Vasquez.
would just want to mention something. Another matchup that the Cardinals fans should pay attention to is the fact that the Brewers are in Pittsburgh. It's bottom of the third, and the Brewers have a 1-0 lead over the Pirates, which is a nice segue to the fact that today, September 19th, is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. And I'm going to be really disappointed, Greg, if at some point we don't get a little pirate talk worked into this broadcast.
Aye, me buckos. We'll do what we can. Okay, speaking of buckos, we'll keep an eye on that Pittsburgh game with Milwaukee. Because Pittsburgh's still 2.5 behind the Cardinals. Cardinals keep winning, but so does Pittsburgh, so we'll see what happens there.
I just hope that tonight we get to say touchdown Hearts a lot.
Well, me too. Me too. Hey, by the way, the freshmen won last night, 7-0 over Charleston. Sophomores JV will play on Monday night against Charleston. So just let you know what's going on in the minors, and JFL tomorrow. So all kinds. Saw Kathleen Smith, who of course is the commissioner of JFL. Even if she isn't, that she's my choice. So she does a great job for JFL. You're listening to 97.9 XFM WXEF in Effingham. If Wayne's got the video going, let's play football. Michael Carey puts a foot into it and sends it inside the 10. That's where Charleston picks it up. And a nice return out near the 30-yard line before they take him down. In on that tackle for Effingham is Wyatt Cayley. He takes down the return man for the Trojans, and Charleston's going to have it 1st and 10 just shy of their 30-yard line.
That was Kevin Beard, number 10, that took that one, a sophomore. Lots of sophomores on this team.
Very good. We're going to do what we can to get you tackles tonight. We like to give credit to the defense. Just underway. Good to have you with us. It's the conference opener. Just 6 teams in the Apollo now, so season goes fast, and the conference season goes even faster. Up under center's Ridge Boyer. He's a sophomore, this quarterback for Charleston. There's the handoff, and not much, maybe a yard. It was strung out well by the Hearts. I see Vasquez getting in the middle of that, and Cole Moran's over there helping for Effingham. And they spot it at the 32. So a gain of 2 from the 30 to the 32, and it's 2nd and 8. And I didn't tell you who it was, did I? Shame on me. I think it was Kevin Reddish. Sorry that I don't know for sure. Up under center again, Boyer going to throw. Caught out here in the flats, and they're going to have a 1st down. He's still on his feet. He got away from tacklers. Heck of a job by Travis Durbin. He saves a touchdown coming up from behind. Pass completion out here in the flats to the Trojans' number 10. That is Kevin Beard, a little sophomore, and he staged a nice run after catch to Effingham's 37-yard line.
Just a little screen play, and they broke that for big yardage.
So from their 32 to Effingham's 47, that's a 21-yard pass completion, and the new set of downs for Charleston. They are the mod squad. Boyer's a junior. Bad fumble, bad snap rather. He corralled it, but by the time he got it tucked in, the Hearts were there. There is the aforementioned Carter Hayes among them. Durbin's in there, and also Jordan Coleman came up to help. So a host of tacklers, which is what you always love to see, and the ball's back to the Effingham 41. So from the 37 to the 41, a loss of 4, and that'll make it 2nd and 14. Just underway at lovely Klosterman Field at Effingham High School. Glad to have you with us, gang. Conference opener. Hearts won the toss, deferred to the second half, as they always do. Boyer takes a snap, looking to throw. Goes to the far side. It is through the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. The intended man out there for Charleston was Colin McInerney, who can certainly run after the catch.
Yes.
Everybody in that McInerney family can run, but it's through his hands, incomplete. Stops the clock with 10:07 to go in the first quarter, and that brings up a 3rd and 14. They have the ball at Effingham's 41.
Yeah, Ridge Boyer left that one a little high for him. He had to leave his feet for it and couldn't quite come down with it. Would have been a tough catch, but did have his hands around it anyway.
So let's see, 3rd and 14 from the shotgun. This time Boyer hands it off. And up the middle, nothing. That's like when the Bears run that play. Up the middle, number 88 for the Trojans, Bryce Frederick carried the football. He gets it to the 40, and now there's a way late flag, and it's on Charleston. I think somebody said the wrong thing.
Yeah, there was already one on the field, and then another one came out.
Oh, offsetting unsportsmanlike. So no penalty, as it turns out. just a do-over, and the ball on the play ends up at the 40, so there was a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 4th and 13.
Yeah, so apparently Effingham had one thrown on him, and then Charleston returned the favor, which is probably not the best move. If someone's going to give you 15 yards, maybe you should just take it, but that's not how it went down. And also weird to see number 88 taking a handoff.
For Bryce Frederick, because of their injuries, is going to carry the football some tonight for Charleston. Back to punt with an opportunity to really pin the Hearts back deep. Drew Vasquez is going to return this for the Hearts. Meanwhile, Charleston looks to be punting. They are in Effingham territory, but it's 4th and a bunch. They are going to kick. And it's off the kid's foot, and it's not going to be as bad for the Hearts maybe as we thought. It is going to get inside the 10. Wow, it took a Hearts bounce, and it's inside the 5 or right at the 5 when the Charleston player dove on it. Well, I tell you, you dive on the football like that, it gets away sometimes. That would have been a nice thing for the Hearts to come away with, but Charleston did secure it, and it's going to be at the 5-yard line. So from the 40 to the 5, a 35-yard punt, and a nice job by the Charleston punter. That was Connor Griffin. Number 2, Connor Griffin is the punter for the Trojans, and he has the Hearts 1st and 10 at their 5, but the Hearts force the punt, and this is their first shot on offense tonight. Kevin Doherty's going to start up under center on 1st and 10. They're coming from the right to the left if you're looking at your electronic device. Heading up the middle, Zach Miller. He was stopped and then decided he wasn't stopped and bowled his way up the middle and turned it into a pretty good gain on 1st down.
It's a familiar story for an Effingham running back, not going down after first contact.
Call it the 9. Call it the 9, gain of 4, and it's 2nd and 6. So a good gain on a play that didn't look like it was going to amount to anything, and it's 2nd and 6. 9:15 to go, opening quarter. We're just underway here at Klosterman Field. Doherty staying up under center. There's the handoff, and picking his way through the crowd is Zach Miller, and he has a 1st down and then some. He's out around the 20-yard line before they bring him down. Boy, he can just burst loose and has such a good head of steam up in no time. That's such a key.
That's really the case because he kind of had to wait for his blocking there, but then once it was all set up, then he just, like you said, busted through the secondary and added a lot of yardage to the end of the run.
They called it the 18, Dustin, but from the 9 to the 18, a 9-yard gain, and that's plenty enough for a 1st down. So the Hearts get it a little bit away from the end zone. Hand off to the deep back. That's Miller again, and Zach diving and spinning, and he gets out about the 25, and now he's across the 25. What a run. Boy, he is relentless.
Yep.
That's the best word I can come up with. He is relentless as a runner.
Took about 3 Charleston players to finally drag him down, but not before he picked up what looks like maybe about 7 yards, 8 yards.
To the 27.
9 yards.
From the 18 to the 27, a 9-yard gain. That's 2nd and 1, so big gain. They're in the eye again. Goes to the up back this time, and that's Travis Durbin, and he spins away from a couple of people, and he has the 1st down, and he gets out near the 35-yard line before they take him down. Nice effort by Travis Durbin. Sometimes it's Billy Arndt, sometimes it's Travis at that up back spot, and that time it was Durbin, and it's out across the 30 to the 34. So from the 26 to the 34, a gain of 8, and a new set of downs for the Hearts.
So far, Effingham has been able to pick up 29 yards on the ground on 4 plays to keep it up like that. And once again, you're not going to have to throw the ball a lot to keep moving the ball down the field.
Charleston figures that Effingham is passing. Let's see whether they're right. And it's a rollout, and it's a run up the middle, and he's loose. It's Billy Arndt to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Effingham. Billy Arndt. That time it was him from that up back spot. He hit the hole, and it was see you later. Billy Arndt takes it 66 yards. Touchdown Effingham. It's 6-0 Hearts. The score comes with 7:38 to go in the first quarter.
Nothing fancy there, just a run right up the middle, but nobody even really appeared to get a hand on Billy. Good blocking, of course, and then a nice burst for him, and next thing you know, he's taking that ball 2/3 of the way down the field untouched.
Michael Carey will kick for the extra point from Joe Neiman's hold. Grant Pegish, the regular center, also snaps on extra points. And here comes the snap, and there's the placement, and there's a whistle, and I don't know what the deal is here. Somebody must have lined up wrong. There was time on the play clock.
Full start, left tackle, offense, replay the untimed down.
Okay, so the left tackle for the Hearts jumped, and sometimes different kids are in on extra points, so I don't know who that is necessarily, but somebody jumped at, moves it back 5 yards. All that means is it's a little farther. No hill for a stepper here for Michael Carey. Now they'll put it down at the 15, so this is a 25-yard extra point try. Snap, good. Placement, good. Kick is blocked. Charleston got a hand on it, so the extra point try is blocked. But the Hearts draw first blood here. 6-0 Effingham. 7:38 to go on the opening quarter. Back in a minute on 97.9 XFM. Five plays, 95 yards. It took 2:07. Hearts again started that drive at their 5-yard line, and a 66-yard touchdown run by Billy Arndt, and the Hearts lead at 6-0. Kick was blocked, and now the kickoff goes out of bounds, so that'll move it back. And Charleston will have decent field position to start this drive. Boy, exactly what you want, Dustin. You stop them, you score.
Yeah, that's what you always have in mind when you defer after winning that coin toss like Effingham did. Defense steps up, offense marches down the field, you have a lead, and get everything going on the right foot. And for Effingham, hopefully the first of many touchdowns tonight.
Billy's so big. I think people think, well, he's big, he can't be very fast. He is fast. He runs track in the spring. Now, usually it's discus and the shot and things like that, particularly the discus, but he can run. He's been on some relays and things like that. So don't underestimate the speed of that big kid.
Yeah, I've been in enough games the last couple of years. I'm not going to underestimate him.
1st and 10 for Charleston from their 35, and a bit of a muddle and nothing. Maybe a yard on first down, as Carter Hayes was there, I think, before the blockers for Charleston. The ball carrier that time was Kenny Smallhorn, and he got, we'll give him a yard to the 36, and it's 2nd and 9. 6-0 Hearts, 7:14 to go in the opening quarter. Boyer, the quarterback for Charleston, up under center, gonna throw. Comes to the near side, it is caught and dropped. Incomplete. The pass was intended for the Trojans' Kevin Reddish. Went through his hands, basically. Had to go up for it. NFL incomplete.
I really thought he was going to hang on to it, but he might have been anticipating a hit, too, because there were Effingham players in the secondary waiting for him, trying to clean that one up after the fact.
Drew Vasquez was all kinds of ready to hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And still got a piece of him afterwards anyway, which was perfectly clean, but probably not a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. 3rd and 9 now. Back to throw again. Boyer looking, comes across the middle. Batted down. Nice play by Vasquez. That'll bring up 4th down. Drew is not the biggest duck in the puddle, but he swatted that pass down.
Well, Drew actually might be the smallest duck in the puddle out there, but it doesn't really matter. He had perfect positioning to just reach around with his outside arm and knock that one down cleanly.
It's a nice batted ball. And he blocked the shot, and so it's 4th and 9, and Charleston's going to punt again. Again, they've been outscored 70-0 their last 2 weeks. So let's see what happens this time as they're back to punt. Straight up the chute. The Hearts could get great field position here. It hits inside the Hearts 4. Now look at it squirt down the field. Just what a football can do, and it ends up near the 20-yard line. So Charleston gets a huge break there.
What do you think? Maybe an extra 15 yards at the end of that punt?
Absolutely.
With the bounce?
Sure.
And it could have just as easily checked up and came back towards midfield as high in the air as it was.
The ball was kicked from their 36. It ends up at the Effingham 22-yard line. So that's 28-14. That's 42-yard punt, as it turns out. Nice effort, as it turns out. And The Hearts don't have as good a field position as we'd hoped. Now they're going to call it the 21. Hand off to the deep back here, and still on his feet is Zach Miller. How'd he get away? Still on his feet. He got nothing, and now there's a way late flag, and I think Charleston may get face masked here. Let's see what this is about. It turns out very minimal gain, but he could have lost 5 yards on that play very easily. Let's see what this call is.
5-yard face mask.
Yeah.
Defense.
5-yard inadvertent. There are two kinds of face masks. There's an inadvertent where you're just trying to tackle somebody and you just for a second grasp the face mask. That's called a 5-yard walk-off. If you bring him down using the face mask, they call that more intentional, and that's a 15-yarder. This is a 5-yard walk-off. So that makes it 1st and 4 for the Hearts because they got a yard on the play and then the 5-yard walk-off, so it's out to the 27-yard line. 1st and short and up the middle, getting away out to near the 40-yard line is Zach Miller. Zach Miller on a roll here from the 27, Dustin, out to the 40, a gain of 13 more, and the Hearts have a new set of downs. Well, you have to wait because they have so many weapons, and they switch and trade up who's at what spot. You need to be careful.
We've played teams where you could pretty much make an assumption of who's going to run it. Not the case with Effingham.
Up back this time gets it. It's either Durbin or Arndt. My guess is it's Travis Durbin. And
you're right.
It is. And he is out across the 40. It is spotted at the 43-yard line. So from the 40 to the 43, a gain of 3, and it's 2nd and 7. First quarter, 5.5 to go. Hearts lead it 6-0 over Charleston. Conference opener here at Klosterman Field. Good to have you with us. Doherty's going to go back to the shotgun here on 2nd and 7. He's got Miller lined up alongside him. Zach gets the handoff, charges up the middle, and very near another first down, just shy of midfield.
Yeah, he may be just a bit shy, especially where they mark it, probably maybe a half-yard shy.
Call it the 49 of Effingham. So from the 43 to the 49, a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and less than a yard. Chewing up the clock. Hearts Coach Mack loves this kind of offense.
Yep.
You control the game when you control the offense.
Yeah, the Hearts dominated time of possession last week, and they seem to be on their way to doing it again tonight.
Doherty back up under center. It's the up back who's got the first down, and another flag. It's in the Charleston backfield. Let's see what this is about. Hearts did get the first down on the play. Let's see whether it stands now here. I think that Doherty might have just kept there. Because Grant Piggish, the center, was the last man up, so I think he just blocked for Kevin there.
Personal foul, face mask, number 51 defense, 15-yard penalties. First down.
One thing came up this week, and I really am glad I went to the library board meeting this week, because on the library board is a football official. He told me, Greg, I heard you guys the other night. He said they were instructed this year they can mention now who the offending player is.
Gotcha.
We wondered about that, and that's a change this year. So if you hear the official mention a player by number, they can do that. That's what they are supposed to do. This was a obvious face mask. Personal foul, 15-yard gain. So the ball is now spotted at Charleston's 33-yard line. Doherty wants to throw. Lobs it out there. He's got a man. Oh, he just overthrew him. An intended receiver was Noah Lohman, and a little help from Charleston in taking him down there. Colin McInerney helped. Pass falls incomplete, stops the clock with 4:22 to go, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So the ball is at the 33, so that ended up being 17 yards on that penalty. So the Hearts got 2 yards, which they needed for the first down.
Right. So
then the 15-yard penalty.
So the first down was on the run, so
Correct.
not a first down by penalty. It just improved field position quite a bit.
There you go. That pass falls incomplete, stops the clock with 4:22 to go in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Effingham with the football at Charleston's 33-yard line. Doherty from the shotgun. Going to keep it, looking for help. Moves up back to the 35. That play didn't work too well as far as any ground gained. Kevin Doherty peels himself off the turf, and the ball's at the 35, so actually a 2-yard loss for Effingham on that play. Hearts make a couple of changes. Lohman comes off the field. Durbin comes off the field. And Arndt's in the backfield. Lane Koenig in the ball game out here, split out here wide to the near side. The backup quarterback for the Hearts also, by the way. From the shotgun, it's 3rd and 12. Hearts need a first down. Vasquez in motion here. Going to throw out in the flats. It's caught by Miller, and Zach slipped. Down he goes, back at the 39, maybe the 40-yard line. So that pass play was good for -5 yards. So this drive has stalled. Now, they're still at Charleston's 40-yard line, so I still think they'll go for it. But it's 4th and 17, so let's see what the Hearts do decide.
We'll have to see, because Doherty is way back behind the line right now.
You thinking coffin corner? Is that what you're supposing?
Well, Charleston seems to think they're going to punt it too. They've got a man deep. It looks like that might be the case.
And they are going to punt. And Doherty does get it away, and it's a line drive, and it hits at the 10, and it is into the end zone for a touchback. They tried to get it to stall, but couldn't, so that drive didn't go too well, and it ends up being a touchback. Ball will come out to the 20, so a 20-yard punt. Kevin Doherty tried to get it down there about to 2, where those punters try to leave you, but into the end zone for a touchback. So it's 1st and 10 for Charleston at their 20-yard line. 2:54 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Effingham. Hart scored on a 66-yard run by Billy Arndt. Kick for one was blocked. That accounts for the scoring so far in this one. Ridge Boyer, the quarterback for Charleston. There's the handoff. And some gain as Kevin Reddish carried the football that time. Got 2 from the 20 to the 22, Dustin. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Charleston's had so many changes because of injuries, and like you talked about in the pregame show, they were a young team already. So a lot of adjustment for this Trojan team.
Yeah, they certainly have had to adjust on the fly, and obviously, based on the scores the last couple weeks, it's been a kind of a tough process.
Boyer up under center on 2nd and 8. Going to throw. Goes to the far side. It's through the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. As McInerney again, and so far Collin hasn't been able to pull one in. Stops the clock with 2:15 to go, brings up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, so far Boyer throws a pretty decent ball. It comes out of the hand nice. He's been a little high for his receivers so far, but they've all been catchable balls. I think probably of the 5 passes he's thrown, he's only completed 1. You'd think that probably he should have had 1 or 2 more hauled in. So far maybe receivers not doing him a lot of favors, but he's not putting it in their breadbasket or anything like that either.
3rd and 8 at their 22. Going to throw one more time. Here come the Hearts. There's the throw. It's incomplete, and boy, the intended receiver got hit a lick. Joe Neiman came calling.
Yeah.
The intended receiver was number 24, Kenny Smallhorn, and after the ball went through his hands, Joe Neiman went through his hands.
Again, I mean, that hit right after the ball gets there is perfectly legal. And it sure does look pretty from a defensive standpoint, but the Charleston receivers probably not having a lot of fun with it so far.
So it's 4th and 8, still at the 22, and let's see what happens on this punt. So far, Charleston's done well on their first couple of punts. Let's see what happens this time. As Connor Griffin tries to get it away, he does, and it's right down the middle of the field, and the Hearts let it bounce again, and again Charleston's going to get another 20 yards off the punt, but the Hearts are still going to end up with pretty good field position out across their 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Effingham at their 37-yard line. So from the 22 to the 37, again, it's another 41-yard punt. So they're averaging right around 40 yards or so per punt in the early going of this football game. We're still in the first quarter. Hearts have it, 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. Minute 57 to go in this opening quarter. Kevin Doherty's going to start up under center on this drive. Back to the deep back. There's the handoff. Zach Miller picking his way through. They didn't tackle him, and he's still spinning, and he got it out across the 40-yard line. Heck of a run by Zach Miller. You run out of superlatives after a while. To the 41, gain of 4. It'll make it 2nd and 6. But I'm telling you, he was stood up at the line of scrimmage and got 4 yards out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, you said relentless earlier, and it's hard to come up with a better word than that. There may not be one.
Doherty, deep back, Miller, far side, first down, then some, still on his feet, 40, 35, and out of bounds. First down, Effingham.
I think he just couldn't quite keep his balance trying to tiptoe that sideline. That's probably the only thing that keeps him from scoring there, because there wasn't any Charleston player that was going to drag him down, but another big gain for Effingham in the running game.
From the Hearts 41, that ball is advanced to Charleston's 38. So a 21-yard gallop for Zach Miller. First and 10 Hearts at the Trojan 38-yard line.
67 yards on 8 carries for Zach now.
And Billy, of course, had the 66-yard touchdown run, so the Hearts' big numbers on the ground again. Zach Miller picking his way through traffic, and he got decked.
Ball might have come out, too.
And that's what Charleston's saying. Nobody else is saying that, though. He got waylaid. Holy cow. But the Hearts do retain the football to the 36, a gain of 2 on that play. Charleston hitting hard.
Yeah.
It's 2nd and 8.
That is 2 yards that he had to take quite a bit of punishment for.
45 seconds were running down the end of the first quarter here at Klosterman Field. Doherty under center. Handoff to the up back. Charleston was anticipating it. They get it inside the 35. It's Travis Durbin to the 34. So from the 36 to the 34, a 2-yard gain. And that'll make it 3rd and about 5. And we may get one more play in. Probably, though, that was the last play of the first quarter. Less time on the game clock than on the play clock. So I think the Hearts are just going to let it expire. Kevin Doherty now checking with the sidelines, now coming to the sidelines, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
1 quarter in the book in the conference opener here at Klosterman Field. After 1, it's Effingham 6, Charleston nothing. Back with more in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
Just ready for the second quarter. Dustin and I were talking off air about the fact that Charleston probably as best or better than anybody can anticipate what Effingham's going to run.
Yeah, Mike.
They've gone against each other, Halsey and McDonald, all these years.
Right, Mike doesn't, he doesn't really feel the need to make sweeping changes to the playbook year to year. It's all about execution. As we see a flag before the ball even gets snapped, probably something on Effingham's offensive line, I'm guessing. But yeah, Mike's philosophy pretty much is that if you execute the plays, you're going to get the gains, whether the other team knows what you're doing or not.
Charleston lined up in the neutral zone. That's 5 yards to the good for the Hearts. That'll move the ball across the 30 to the 29, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. So much more advantageous for the Hearts here.
Yeah, so I got that wrong. Usually when you see it before the snap, it's going to be on the offense, but not in that case.
Doherty up under center, 3rd and 1. They give it to the up back. That's Billy Arndt, and he's got the first down and then some inside the 25-yard line. Billy Arndt did the job.
That play is a perfect example of what I was talking about. I mean, you can, on a play like that, you can tell the defense, hey, we're going to run it up the middle, but if your blockers do their jobs, there's just not a thing that the other team can do about it.
And you can look, Carter Hayes is at a tight end spot. You've got Cayley at a tackle. You've got Boggs at a guard. You've got, on the other side, you got the other big boys. You got Travis. You've got Griffin Page and Cole Moran, Noah Lohman, and guys like that. They're big, man, and it's a big bunch of people to run behind. Zach Miller strings it out, now turns it up, dives near the 15-yard line, turned that into a pretty good game.
Yeah. I wasn't sure he was going to get anywhere with it. It was a little pitch play. He went around the left end and was really, not getting a block, but finally able to turn the corner and turn that into a pretty sizable gain, actually.
Call it the 15. From the 29 to the 15, gain of 14 yards, as it turns out. That can't be right. I must not have moved my wheel.
Mm-hmm. 23 to the 15.
From the 23 to the 15. Thank you, Dustin. 2nd and 2. Hearts with the ball at Charleston's 15-yard line, leading 6-0. Up back's got it again. I think that's Billy Arndt. And he gets near the 10. Let's see what they sort out here. Was it Arndt or was Durbin? It was Travis Durbin that carried that time. Sorry. He increases the Hearts' advantage to the 13. What are we going to call it? 12. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Hearts with the ball at Charleston's 12. And boy, they've just been patiently moving it down the field. Doherty goes back to the shotgun here, but they hand it off. That's Miller up the middle. Dives near the goal line. I don't think he's quite in, but it's going to be 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah, he just did come down shy of the goal line. I mean, it was real close, but that's another first down for Effingham, an 11-yard pickup for Zach.
From the 12 to the 1, 1st and goal to go at the 1-yard line. So the Hearts knocking on the door, already leading 6-0.
And Zach scored 4 touchdowns last week. Billy Arndt has got the lone TD for the Hearts so far. We'll see if they go to the up back again here, or maybe have Doherty keep it. They got a lot of options on 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Miller lined up along Doherty in the shotgun. They got the handoff, and he gets inside for the score. Zach Miller from 1 yard out makes it a 12-0 Effingham lead. The score comes with 10:04 to go in the second quarter. Fireworks sound here at Klosterman Field. And Zach Miller joins Billy Arndt with a touchdown for the Hearts tonight. Michael Carey on for the extra point try now. Grant Piggish to snap. Joe Neiman to hold. Michael Carey to kick. They're all part of the fabric of the extra point try here. Taking a second here. There's the snap, the placement, the kick. It is up, and it is no good. He hooked it left. So the Hearts have had one blocked, and that one went left. But the Hearts are up 12-0. 10:04 to go, second quarter. Back with the kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Federated Auto Parts, this is Ben. Yeah, we have that. Send it. Thank you. Hot shot!
And that's how it's done every day at Blankenship Auto Parts in Effingham, where the professionals go to get their parts.
Drive was 9 plays, 63 yards, took 3:53 off the clock, highlighted by Zach Miller's 1-yard run. Kick was no good to the left, but the Hearts are up 12-0 with 10:04 to go in the second quarter, and carry back for the kickoff from the Hearts 40. Charleston headed from our right to our left. Line drive kick. It goes to the 10 and then out of bounds, and so it's going to come back out. And Zach's got hooking. He's like my golf shot lately.
Yeah, we've seen that on the last couple of kickoffs for Mr. Carey here, but hey, that's okay. He's done a good job this year.
Absolutely.
Hopefully just a blip on the radar.
Absolutely he has. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Charleston at their 35-yard line instead of the 20 or wherever. Michael has booted it into the end zone for touchbacks more than once this season.
Well, and also a lot of times had receivers, kick returners take the ball inside the 10, which is, even better than kicking in the end zone a lot of times.
Absolutely. Ridge is going to go to the shotgun. He's going to keep Ridge Boyer, the quarterback, and he's still on his feet. He didn't get taken down by the initial group of tacklers and got it out across the 40 and near the 45-yard line. So Ridge Boyer on the shotgun took it himself and out to the 43. So from the 35 to the 43, a gain of 8. That'll make it 2nd and 2.
Far and away the most prolific rushing play Charleston's been able to run tonight. After 5 running plays in the game, they had gained no more than 2 on any one of them, and so there's a new high for the Trojans.
Boyer goes back up under center now here on 2nd and 2. There's the handoff, and it's straight up the gut and very close to the first down, and now the man gets shoved back. I think from where I see the officials, they have the first down, but they may bring the chains up. Now they're going to move them. They are going to move the chains. So Kenny Smallhorn gets the ball to the 45, and that was enough for a first down.
That is the first rushing first down of the game for Charleston, as the numbers that I mentioned a minute ago would have borne out, and only their second first down of the entire half. Effingham's got 10 of those all on the ground.
9:10 to go second quarter. Hearts lead it over Charleston 12-0 here at Klosterman Field. Conference opener. Ridge Boyer going to throw. Comes to the flats. This one's caught at the 45, and immediately down goes the receiver. Griffin Page is out there on the stop. Billy Arndt came over to help. Durbin is always in the picture. And it is complete to the 48. And the catch was made by
Blaine Cruz.
There you go, Blaine Cruz, number 21 to the 48. So from the 45 to the 48, a gain of 3, and it's 2nd and 7. So 3-yard pass completion. 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Next week, we're back on the road, but not very far. Up under center, Boyer going to throw across the middle, and it's dropped again. Holy cow.
Now, there's one that really has to be caught.
Boyer's going to sue for lack of support here.
That was Bryce Frederick, the intended receiver there, and you could tell that Bryce was pretty frustrated when he didn't come up with that one, so can't put that one on the quarterback.
I'll tell you how bad it was. They've moved the ball back to the 47. It was on the 48, now it's the 47 on that incompletion. That's how much they thought he should have caught that ball.
I just didn't know that the officials had that kind of power to, but I guess so. They exerted their will.
It's going by the spot of the ball there, brother. 8:20 to go, second quarter. Back to throw, Ridge Boyer on his mission. He throws to the far side, and it is caught and dropped again. Ball was out around the 40-yard line. That time, the intended receiver was Blaine Cruz. And in his defense, he did have to dive for that one.
That would have been a pretty good catch if he'd been able to come up with it. And I really thought he did, but apparently squirted out of the hands as he went down to the turf, and he couldn't corral it. So another punt situation looking to be coming up for the Trojans.
The official has seen the error of his ways. Now the ball is back on the 48, but it is 4th down. 4th and 7. So Charleston kicking from their own 48. And let's see what happens this time. Connor Griffin's had some success here for Charleston. Big boot this time. Holy cow. It lands at the Hearts 20 and then comes back toward the 20, and it's finally tagged out down there by the Trojans' Blaine Cruz.
So that time it checks up when it would have been perfect for him if it had rolled as far as some of the others who would have pinned Effingham probably around their 5-yard line. Instead, bounces back towards Charleston's goal, and the Hearts will get it at the 19, it looks like.
So almost a touchback. Almost just like a touchback. 1st and 10 for Effingham at their 19-yard line. Yeah, Dustin and I go to Salem next week, and we've been there once or twice.
A few times.
Last time was overtime in the mud and the rain. Hearts did win, though. So we'll see you there next Friday night at 7. Somebody jumped. I think Kevin Doherty was standing up before the whistle sounded. That's probably not good news.
Snap. False start. Offense number 50.
And it was not good news.
Effingham's first penalty tonight, though, so that's good news.
Indeed. So 5-yard walk-off back to the 14, and now it's 1st and 15.
I can always find the silver lining, Greg.
I like that. I feel better.
That's what I'm here for.
8:04 to go, second quarter. Up under center. Doherty's throwing, and it's caught out there by Drew Vasquez. He's got a first down and a whole bunch more. He's to midfield. He's into Charleston territory. He's inside the 40-yard line. First down, Effingham. Drew Vasquez says, "Give it that ball." Great run after the catch. And his grandparents are down here in front of us being really happy.
As they should be. They should be.
Nice run after the catch. That's from the 14 of Effingham. It'll be first down for the Hearts at the Charleston 40-yard line. So
46 yards.
46-yard pass completion. And the Hearts have a new set of downs at the Charleston 40-yard line. Boy, that was a pretty run after the catch.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of yards after the catch there. Good run by Vasquez.
So we told you Kevin Doherty can throw.
Oh, yeah.
And we have timeout on the field. Timeout Hearts. Effingham calls time. 7:32 to go, second quarter. Effingham with the ball on the move. They lead at 12-0 here at Klosterman Field. Action on 97.9 XFM.
From an oil change to new brakes, or possibly a major overhaul, our service makes a difference at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota in Effingham. Trust your car or truck repairs to the most experienced repair shop in the area. Look for our specials online at danheck.com.
We talked about Drew Vasquez's run after the catch, Dustin. That was a pretty throw by Kevin Doherty.
Yeah, Kevin does a nice job. We talked about it in the pregame. Kevin throws a good ball. It's got nothing to do with Kevin why they haven't run a lot of passing plays so far this year. It's just been that if you can effectively run the ball, you're going to. That's high school. That's football anywhere. And so he hasn't gotten a lot of chances. But his time is going to come, and when his time does come, he's going to make throws like that, and everything's going to be okay.
1st and 10 for Effingham at Charleston Charleston's 40-yard line. 7:32 to go in the second quarter. Effingham in front, 12-0. Doherty up under center on first down. Vasquez in motion out around the near side. Hand off to the deep back. That's Zach Miller. They're after him. Still on his feet. There's a flag, I think. He's loose. 10-5. Touchdown Effingham. And no, there's not a flag. I thought we saw a flag thrown. There is no flag. Touchdown Effingham. Zach Miller, and they had people at his ankles trying to tackle him. He got out of that and brought it to the near side and headed down the sideline for the score.
Damon Oakes had a hold of his feet behind the line of scrimmage. Zach shook loose, and that was it. Turned the corner and went 40 yards to pay dirt, and just like that, the Hearts have got a third touchdown on the board.
So the Hearts have scored back-to-back possessions. That one, again, a run of 40 yards by Zach Miller. His second score of the night, his 8th of the season, and the Hearts now have it up 18-0. Let's see on the conversion here.
Second score on as many touches.
I like that. Going to go for 2 this time. Miller turns it up into the end zone. Conversion's good for 2, and the Hearts extend the lead. It's 20-0. 7:21 to go, second quarter. Back with more in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
2 plays, 86 yards. It took 43 seconds, highlighted by a 40-yard touchdown run by Zach Miller, and then Zach ran for 2, and the Hearts are up 20-0 with 7:21 to go in the second quarter. Michael Carey's kickoff, and he belted it right down the middle. That's what you've been waiting for. Inside the 10. Good run back right up the gut here by Charleston. They'll get it out around the 30-yard line where they'll set it up 1st and 10. Nice return. Ball hung up a little bit. That's a nice kick. That's what you're used to seeing from Michael Carey.
Yeah, like we said, just a little blip on the radar there where he had a couple go out of bounds, but that time he put it inside the 10. About the 8-yard line was where Kevin Beard took that one, and he brought it out to the 30, so a 28-yard return. Pretty good job on his part, too.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at their 30. Effingham leads at 20-0 with 7:15 to go in the second quarter. Ridge Boyer, the Charleston quarterback, up under center, gonna throw. Throws it to the near side, and it's caught. And it's a first down for Charleston at midfield. Vasquez came up to help on that pass play, but was complete, and it was Kevin Reddish who caught that ball right to midfield, a gain of 20-yard lines on the button. I mentioned that Vasquez was in on the stop. Blake White was also out there on that tackle for Effingham. And it's 1st and 10 on the 20-yard pass completion by Ridge Boyer to Kevin Reddish. So a new set of downs for Charleston right at midfield. From the shotgun this time. Going to run. This worked pretty well earlier, but didn't this time. Wyatt Cayley was in there in a hurry for the Hearts, among others. Boyer might have got a couple. Cayley was the one I saw that went up high and brought him down. Give him 2 to the Effingham 48. Gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he picked up 8 yards last time they tried that. Effingham was all over it this time and really limited the damage.
Jordan Coleman out for Effingham. Michael Carey in at the cornerback spot. White stays in at the other corner, so he's getting some time here. Back to throw again as Boyer coming to the near side. It is caught and dropped. Joe Neiman was right there on defense. The intended receiver that time was Nick Braden. The ball falls empty. Stops the clock with 6:09 to go in the second quarter. Brings up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Neiman was all over that play. Left a pretty tight window the Boyer was going to have to throw through to complete the pass. He just about did make the throw, too, though. It wasn't bad.
Again, we're heading back on the road next week, going to Salem to play the Wildcats. 7 o'clock kickoff. You can hear it right where you're listening right now. Boyer back up under center. Going to throw here on 3rd and 8. Goes to the far side, and it is caught. Heck of a grab. Just enough for a first down. Wow. Who made the catch?
That was number 25. That's Ben Sweeney.
So Ben Sweeney in on that grab for Charleston. Good to the 39 of Effingham. So from the 48 to the 39, a gain of 9, just what they needed for a first down. And the new set of downs for Charleston here at the Effingham 39. This is their longest or most prolonged drive of the night.
That was a really nice over-the-shoulder catch over towards the far sideline for Swaney.
Boyer up under center. They give it up the middle, and it is stuffed. Boy, they've had no running game tonight. Hearts were waiting. Durbin's there, among others. Ball was carried, I think, either by Kenny Smallhorn or Kevin Reddish.
It was Reddish.
Reddish, okay.
He's a little slow to get up, too, yeah.
Yes, he was. A couple of Hearts got him. I saw that Durbin was in there. No gain. 2nd and 10. Still at the Effingham 39. 20-0 Effingham.
14 rushing yards for Charleston. Sorry to cut you off there.
That's all right. Good information. Back to throw again. Boyer's arm's getting tired. Across the middle, it is caught by the Hearts. Picked by Joe Neiman. And he had his knee down, so he can't advance the ball. He headed down the sideline, but he was on his knee, so the ball is down to where he caught it. But it's a pick at the 32 of Effingham, so that ends a sizable Charleston drive, and the Hearts get the turnover.
Yeah, Charleston ran as many plays on that drive as they have probably of anyone tonight. At least equaled the last drive, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. But Neiman right there, nobody else really in the neighborhood. It was right to him, and like you said, had to go down to a knee to make the catch. If it was a pro game, he would have been off to the races. But in high school rules, as soon as your knee touches the ground, you're down.
Again, when you're going to throw this much, turnovers can be expected. Doherty back out up under center. 1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 32-yard line. Going to throw. Looking to the far side. It is a little short. Vasquez tried to go down and get it. Came up empty. Incomplete pass stops the clock, except the clock didn't stop. Should have stopped the clock with the incompletion. Clock still running and should be stopped on the incompletion. They called it a complete pass. Holy cow, they say he caught it. My bad. Pardon me. I'm sorry. So from the 39, the ball ends up at the 30.
From the 32 to the 36.
32 to the 36, pardon me. Gain of 4, and it's 2nd and 6. I'm sorry, I thought that was incomplete. Here's the handoff. Up the gut. Big gain into Charleston territory. And Zach Miller off to the races again. From the 36 of Effingham to the Charleston 48, a gain of 16 yards and another set of downs for the Hearts.
How about 145 yards on 14 carries for Zach Miller tonight? 2 touchdowns. He's just having an unusual Zach Miller night.
He's had 2 200-yard games in a row, and he's up to 145 already tonight. Art's driving again. This time it's the up back. That's Billy Art still on his feet, and he's inside the 35-yard, inside the 40. And Art's gain a bundle on first down.
Yeah, he might have moved those chains again. I'm not sure. He might be just a bit short.
About a yard to go. Got 9 to the 39. So from the 48 to the 39, a gain of 9. And 2nd and 1. 3:50 to go before halftime. Hearts lead at 20-0. Charleston hasn't scored in their last 2 games, and the Hearts are pitching a shutout tonight.
And I did find out they scored in the 4th quarter of the Rantoul game, so it is 9 straight quarters they have not gotten on the board.
Vasquez in motion. They give it to the up back. That's Billy Art, and he's pushing and shoving, and I think they shove him back, but not before he got the first down. Yeah, spot of the officials. Ball's advanced to the 36, a gain of 3, and that's enough for a first down. So the Hearts continue the drive.
13 first downs on the ground for Effingham, 14 first downs in the game compared to just 3 for Charleston.
Effingham trying to win their 3rd straight after a tough opening loss at Breeze to Mater Dei. They won against Mascoutah. They won against Bethalto. And they're leading 20-0 here. Kevin Doherty under center. Deep back gets a handoff. That's Zach Miller coming to the near side. Get him a block. He's got a couple. Spins off a couple of hits. Dives near the 25-yard line. What a run.
By the time that run ended, 5 Charleston players had gotten a hand on Miller at some point in the run, and it took 2 or 3 of them just to bring him down.
So much fun to watch him run from the 36 to the 26. That's a gain of 10. Actually 9 3/4. I think they have their micrometer out over there. It's 2nd and a smidge. All the officials are talking here on the near side about something. I presume that.
And they're going to measure it now.
Yep, here comes the chain gang. And I understand that the Arnold family may have some adopted members this year, but nope, we've got the regulars out there tonight. The Arnolds have run the chain gang here at Effingham High School since, heaven's sakes, I don't know, since Bob and Jack, the patriarchs, back in the, 70s anyway. As long as I've been around, the Arnolds have been the chain gang. They're stretching it. Let's see whether the Hearts have the first down. Boy, it is that close. Look at the officials eyeball this, Dustin.
Yeah, it's one of those deals you've got to get down right at ground level to see.
I'm sure Wayne's got the camera on this. Watch the video and see how much time it took them to decide this. As a reminder, Wayne always videotapes every Hearts varsity football game, so watch for it on the web later in the weekend and watch that.
And now they've got to use the chains to measure how many links they'd figured out it was short just to spot the ball again. And we're talking he's holding up his fingers maybe an inch or two, so I guess a 9-yard gain is what we're gonna have to put it in the book as.
I think it's Randy and Jimbo. I may be wrong about which Arnold, so if I'm wrong, I'm sure I'll hear about it. Now they're a great bunch, good friends. All right, so it's second and a smidge. See what the Hearts do here. Probably boulder right up the middle, be my guess. Got Vasquez in motion to the far side now. Lined up in the eye, Arndt and Miller. They give it up the gut, and it's Miller, and Zach dives near the 25, and I think he got it. Well, let's see there. Zach comes up with a football, and they're going to spot it shy of the 25. So I think we're doing this again. Third down, and maybe... nope, now they do call it first down. There's the signal.
Okay.
It was a little late, but better late than never for the Hearts. So give him a yard. And it's first and 10 at Charleston's 25-yard line. Ball's just shy of the 25. Doherty up under center. Gonna throw. Throws to the far side. Got a man out there. That's Vasquez. He caught it. He's inside the 10. He's near the goal line. He is not across the goal line. First and goal for Effingham. Drew Vasquez, another nice catch, another pretty throw from Kevin Doherty.
Yeah, Drew has taken some runs at different points in the season. I don't know if he had caught a pass before tonight, but he has a couple of big gainers in the passing game tonight. They're getting him involved. That one they're going to spot at the 2, so a 24-yard pickup, and that's 74 yards receiving for Vasquez.
First and goal for the Hearts at the Charleston 3, already leading 20-0. We're under 2 minutes to go before halftime.
Stats are interesting because Doherty has thrown for 69 yards on 4 for 5 passing, yet Vasquez has 74. That's because Zach Miller had a 5-yard loss on a catch earlier.
Handoff up the gut. Billy Arndt taking it in, and is he in? Yes, touchdown Effingham. Billy Arndt scores from 2 yards out, and the Hearts extend the lead to 26-0. Score comes with 1:41 to go in the second quarter. Hearts continue to roll tonight. Third touchdown of the quarter. Comes with 1:41 remaining on a 2-yard touchdown run by Billy Arndt. So he has 2, and Zach Miller has 2 touchdowns tonight. And we're going to kick. Let's see if Michael Carey's got his groove on here. From Neiman's hold. Piggish with the snap. There's the placement. The kick is up, and this one looks good, and it is good. So Michael back on the beam. Hearts lead at 27-0. 1:41 to go second quarter. Back with the kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family. You can depend on us for all your health needs. Over 20 years of service to our community. Call 342-9393. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family.
8 plays, 68 yards, took 328, highlighted by Billy Arndt's 2-yard touchdown run. Michael Carey's kick was good, and the Hearts extend the lead to 27-0. Here's a low line driver taken about the 20 by Charleston. They run it up the gut. He's out across the 35 and near the 40-yard line before the tackle. So Charleston's going to have pretty good field position to start this drive. in on the stop for Effingham. Let me give credit where credit's due. Carter Kistler's out there. Also, Brendan Dawkins in on that stop. I think I saw Brendan out there. And also, Alex Ramos was out there. So those young men among the kids on the stop for Effingham. And Charleston has it, 1st and 10 at their 38-yard line. Charleston with 1:34 to go before halftime, trailing the Hearts 27-0. And a fumble. But now the quarterback picks it up, and they might actually got a yard or two out of the deal. The snap went right to Ridge Boyer, and he dropped it, and then he picked it up. Let's see if they give him something. Yeah, to the 39, so a gain of 1, and it's 2nd and 9.
It's just been kind of the story for Charleston. There just hasn't been, obviously that was a busted play, but they haven't got anything going on the ground. 12, 14, 15 yards on 10 running plays in the first half.
Ridge Boyer up under center on 2nd and 9, and the running back is stopped and taken in. Look at 6, 7 Hearts in on that stop. Holy cow.
Swarming.
Yeah, absolutely. Smallhorn was the ball carrier. Carter Hayes, I think, got there first among many for Effingham. Spotted back at the 37, so that's a loss of 2, and they'll make it 3rd and 11. And 35 seconds left before halftime, so this will likely be the last play of the half.
Yeah, Charleston not hurrying up, trying to squeeze 2 in, it doesn't look like, so this probably indicate that they're probably going to run this one and be done.
Yep, we're under 25 seconds now. Looks like they're going to throw one more time. Boyer lets it go, and it's picked. Interception by the Hearts. Is that Joe Neiman again? Coming to the middle of the field. Get him some blocks. He's inside the 30 to the 20-yard line. And the Hearts, with 8 seconds left, have time to go for one more score. And it is Joe Neiman. His second pick of the night.
Yep, he picked that one off at the 47 and took it back.
They will score it at the 22-yard line of Charleston. So nice run back after the interception, and a first down for the Hearts at Charleston's 22-yard line with 8 seconds. Now the Hearts have a couple of timeouts, so let's see if they go for one quick one here. If you're thinking field goal, this would be about this would be a whopper. It'd be about close to 40 yards. Not that Michael doesn't have the foot for it, and the wind is just dead tonight. There is no wind. Shotgun, Doherty, going to throw, goes to the end zone. It's Durbin. He's got it!
Tipped and caught.
It was tipped by the Charleston defender right into Travis Durbin. Great concentration. He stayed with it, makes the catch, touchdown Effingham. What an effort by Travis Durbin for the Hearts. My goodness.
Yeah, concentration. I mean, you talk about it. That's a tough play to make, and Durbin hung with it. And Effingham had time for one play, and that's all it took. 22 yards and another score.
4th touchdown of the quarter. This one comes with 1.8 seconds left in the half. Charleston probably wishing they'd gone for one more play now. And as it is, Carey going to try one more extra point. Neiman gets it down. There's the kick. It's up. Plenty high. Plenty good. The Hearts lead it 34-0 with 1.8 seconds to go in the half. So there will be a kickoff, and Kenna will just keep it here. Okay, 1.8 seconds. It was a pass completion of 22 yards. Good to Mr. Travis Durbin. And then the kick by Michael Carey was good, and that makes it 34-0. And how about our drive?
Yeah, it was one play, 22 yards, and took 6.2 seconds.
I like those drives.
Yeah, those are easy to figure out.
There's your quick strike offense. I love it. 8 seconds left. They get the pick, and then they turn it into a touchdown. That's efficient. 34-0 Effingham. 1.8 seconds left here.
And it gives Carey a chance to make his 6th kickoff of the first half. If you've kicked off 6 times in a half, then usually things are going pretty well for you.
Absolutely. It's going to take me a while to recap the scoring here at halftime. Dustin will have some great stats. And, of course, we'll check back with the Queen of the Night at the studios at the sports desk to see how many scores Ken has come up with. A reminder, you'll want to see the video on this one. Wayne's been busy tonight. You'll see it over the weekend on 979xfm.com and kjcountry.com. But come on out and see this team. We got a good crowd tonight, Dustin. I haven't even had time to look. Here's the kick. It's a squib kick. Charleston will field it, and they lost it, and they got it back, and down he goes. Oh, holy cow, Vasquez got one more lick in before the half. It was picked up by one of their linemen.
Yes.
That was Trevor Gibson. Now, he goes 6'3" and 240. And Drew Vasquez
laid him out
next week. That was a fun half of football, folks. Hearts fans on their feet. At the break, it's Effingham 34, Charleston nothing. Halftime show on the way in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
Ohio and Effingham when that game was going on, so maybe I just need to be taking road trips during every game.
Low line drive by Charleston. The ball is eventually fielded. Little trouble there by Travis Durbin. Now he tries to turn it upfield. Still on his feet. He's out across the 25, and down he goes about the 28-yard line. They hit a low-line drive, a skidder. Travis had it and lost it and picked it back up, and Charleston was there by the time he corralled it, so not too much of a return. It'll be 1st and 10 for Effingham at their 28-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop. No, the 27-yard line. 20. Let's call it the 28. Nose of the football on the 28-yard line. That's where they'll start this drive to begin the second half.
Connor Griffin got to do the kickoff duties there. He's punted several times. That's the first time he's gotten to kick off tonight.
Doherty up under center. Again, the Hearts are up 34-0 as we start the second half. Boy, they stood up Zach Miller that time. He might have lost yardage. That doesn't happen really often. Let's see where the spot of the football is. I think the 26, so a loss of 2 at 2nd and 12. So the Hearts actually lost 2 as Charleston was waiting on Zach that time.
First negative play the Hearts have run on the ground tonight.
Again, it's 34-0 Effingham. If the Hearts score, then we're into the continuous clock realm. Doherty up under center, looking to throw. It's out in the middle. It's caught out there. Noah Lohman makes the grab. First down for the Hearts out across the 45-yard line. Noah was waiting, man. Nice coverage by the defense, or the guys downfield. And Noah had a lot of time. And give Doherty credit, he delivered right on the numbers.
Yeah, hit a guy on the run, got it out to the 44. That's an 18-yard pickup, a perfect placement of the throw, and really Kevin has done a really nice job tonight.
About a minute gone into the third quarter. I haven't mentioned, you always have these ties, all these connections and everything. Tell you a little bit about Kevin Doherty here in a minute. Vasquez in motion to the near side. Otherwise, the Hearts lined up in the eye. Deep back, Miller gets a handoff. Zach still on his feet. Spin move into Charleston territory near the 48-yard line. What a pretty run.
Did he actually spin twice there? I think he did. Spun around a couple times to avoid tackles and ends up with about an 8. It looks like an 8-yard run, maybe.
That was nice. From Effingham's 44 to the Charleston 48. So that's a gain of 8. And it's 2nd and 2. What a pretty run. Into Charleston territory. Doherty's going to stay up under center here on 2nd and short. Arndt and Miller behind him, and he's going to throw. Here comes Charleston. He gets rid of it, and it is through the hands of Carter Hayes. Billy Arndt was down there, too. It's incomplete. Stops the clock with 10:05 to go in the third quarter, brings up a 3rd and 2. Hearts decide they'll air it out here a little, and the incompletion makes it 3rd and 2.
We'll bring up 3rd and 2 from the...
Again, next week we head to Salem, play those Wildcats. We'll have it at 7 o'clock, right where you're listening, on your radio or your personal electronic device. We have all kinds of ways we deliver the game to you now.
And even if you're in Salem, you can listen on the radio.
Absolutely, because we'll have the little transmitter. Up back, Billy Arndt gets it, and he's got that first down. Gets it inside the 45, and that'll be enough for first down.
In fact, we recommend that, I think, don't we?
Absolutely.
Who doesn't want to hear our voices as often as possible?
Yeah. My mom still likes to hear me. 3-yard gain to the 45, and that's enough for a first down. I suppose your mom.
Yeah, I'm sure my parents. I know my dad's listening.
There you
go.
go.
Mom's there too.
Hi, Dad. First and 10 at the Charleston 45 as the Hearts grind it out here, leading 34-0 already. Vasquez to the far side. Pitch play to Miller. Zach still on his feet, looking for a hole. Can't find a hole. Down he goes. Might have got a yard.
It's pretty good running on his part just to get out past the line of scrimmage. He had some guys bearing down on him about 3 yards behind. He hopped back out towards the outside a little bit further and managed to pitch forward for what looks like probably about a yard.
Got a yard to the 44 at 2nd and 9. Hart's just looking to chew up a whole lot of clock now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Miller's looking at the sidelines. I think he's good now. Vasquez coming to the near side, and then Arndt, the up back. Miller, the deep back. Doherty wants to throw, coming to the near side. Lost it out there for Vasquez. Got him again. First down near the 20-yard line. Drew Vasquez having a good time as a new receiver.
Yeah, he's having all kinds of fun. He's going to be butting up against 100 yards receiving tonight.
From the 44, the pass is complete to the 22-yard line. Gain of 22.
96 yards on 4 catches.
Took care of half the yardage. First and 10. Hearts with the ball at the Charleston 22, leading 34-0 already.
I feel like we need to get that young man in the end zone at some point, though. This is all fun, but getting TD.
He'd be a happy lad. Same set. This time the deep back Miller gets it. Charleston has him, but he still drags him to the 20. Gain of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Again, clock management is another factor whenever you watch the Hearts play. If they have the ball all the time, it's really hard for the other team to score.
14 minutes and 9 seconds they had the football in the first half compared to just 9:51 for Charleston, and then they're putting together a nice long drive. We're gonna go up over 4 minutes on this drive by the time this play has been run.
2nd and 8 for Effingham at the Charleston 20. Doherty up under center. Here's the handoff. It's Miller again, picking his way through the defense, and the big line trying to make as much room as they can. He gets it inside the 20, but it's tough sledding this last couple of drives. But positive yardage. Give him a yard to the 19. That'll make it 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 for the Hearts at Charleston's 19-yard line. 7:35 to go in the third quarter. Hearts up 34-0, looking for their 3rd win in a row this season. They'd be off to a 3-1 start. And this is the first conference game of the year. Doherty fakes the handoff. Gonna keep. Little bootleg out here to the near side. He gets inside the 20. Not much of a gain. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Dawson Armstrong there was not fooled by the bootleg. He stayed home and was able to drag Kevin down, maybe for a loss, maybe no gain.
No gain. Still at the 19. So that would put it down at about the 25. Be a 35-yard field goal try. Kevin Doherty checking the sidelines. We're down to 10 on the play clock. It is 4th and 7. Obviously, the Hearts will go for it this deep in Charleston territory. At the 19, Doherty under center. Gonna throw. Here comes Charleston. Might have been a hold. There's the pass. It's incomplete, and Charleston gets the football. Doherty did hit the deck. Durbin tried to stay back there and guard Doherty and was able to deflect the Charleston kid enough that Kevin didn't get the lick he might have got otherwise. Pass was incomplete, though, and Charleston gets the ball on downs. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their 19-yard line. Well, that's the only drive that's stalled so far tonight, right?
That's correct. Effingham has scored every time they've had the football. No. There was one punt. Kevin did punt one time.
Correct.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. No. Thank you for clarifying things. So 1st and 10 for Charleston at their 19. 6:38 to go in the third quarter as they start this drive. They run it not very far. Maybe out across the 20. Coming to there finally is Kenny Smallhorn to the 21. Gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 8. Charleston's down 34-0, so you wouldn't presume they'll run the ball a lot.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw if they want to catch up in a hurry. But we didn't see that work out very well from Civic Memorial last week. They just ended up going a lot of 3-and-outs and giving Effingham the ball back.
Ridge Boyers, the Charleston quarterback, throws across the middle. It is caught out there at the 35. Nice catch, and then quite a stick there. Boy, Vasquez is having a great night. He didn't cause the ball to fall loose, but boy, he put a stick on Mr. Bryce Frederick. But the pass was caught by Frederick. Give him credit out to the 35. It's a gain of 14, and that's enough for a Charleston first down. So new set of downs for the Trojans at their 35, and 5:55 left in the third quarter.
One guy who probably hopes that Charleston keeps throwing the ball is Joe Neiman. He's already got a couple interceptions today. He wants to get a couple more opportunities.
Boyer up under center, going to throw again, and it's batted down. Billy the Beast got in there that time. Billy Arndt swats that one down. Incomplete, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, by the time Boyer was throwing that one, Arndt was he was about, Arndt's numbers were about head high on Boyer because he was already launched up into the air.
He says you aren't going to throw that.
Yes.
So it's 2nd and sorry, I get carried away. So it's 2nd and 10, still at the 35-yard line. Boyer's going to stay up under center here. There's the snap pitch this time. To the deep back, that's Frederick, and down he goes at the 35.
Yeah, maybe a yard, maybe no gain there.
Yeah, that might exactly be no gain. Hearts were on that in a hurry. Joe Neiman got in there from the linebacker spot and makes the tackle. Yeah, they might have moved the stick a half a yard. Just out across the 35. Call it a yard gain to the 36. We'll be kind. 5:13 to go, third quarter. Hearts head to Salem next week, and then we're back home. And it's just about homecoming time. Holy cow. Season's flying. Football goes so fast. From the shotgun, Boyer's going to throw. Look, and goes to the far side and through the hands of the intended receiver, Kenny Smallhorn. It falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 4:56 to go in the third quarter. Brings up a 4th and 9. So we'll see what happens. 4th and 9. Charleston with the ball just outside their 35-yard line here. Hearts in front 34-0. So any moment you could expect something that would affect the rest of the game.
Yep.
Because of the continuous clock when you're up by 40.
They do appear to be punting down 5 scores. They're still going to kick it away.
And they do. And it's straight up the chute. Actually, pretty nice kick. Taken by Vasquez. He's been a busy lad, and he gets pasted. And the ball's loose. Does Charleston have it? Yes, they do.
Yeah, that punt was high enough in the air. Vasquez wasn't going to have much time to get anything done, but he was trying to be aggressive, taking that at the 33, but he got swallowed up in a hurry, and the ball came loose. So Drew's had a heck of a game tonight on both sides of the field, but that's maybe one decision he'll wish that he had back.
So Charleston gets the ball back. They punted. Vasquez thought he had it. Charleston hit him a lick. He gave it up, and Charleston has it, knocking on the door here. 1st and 10 at Effingham's 32-yard line. So that's where they set up shop to start this drive with 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Royer going to throw. Deep pass. Corner it is. Knocked away. Great defense down there to save a touchdown. Kevin Doherty, Hart's quarterback, also plays cornerback on defense, and he saved a touchdown there because that throw was there. The intended receiver was the Trojans' number 21, Blaine Cruz, and I'm telling you, Doherty, a heck of a job to knock that one away. So it's 2nd and 10. Charleston with the ball at the Hearts 32. Boyer going to stay up under center on 2nd and 10, looking to throw again. Across the middle. It is incomplete. The Hearts had the hands on it. Travis Durbin had the hands on it. He knocked it down. So incomplete pass, and it's 3rd and 10.
It's a couple plays as of late that Effingham's been able to get in the backfield and disrupt the throw before it ever really even gets a chance to leave the quarterback's hands. So it's a good pass rush happening for Effingham right now.
Pass did get delivered across the middle. Durbin and Vasquez were both there. Travis was able to get a hand on it, so the Hearts again had better shot at that ball than Charleston did. 3rd and 10, 4:35 to go third quarter. Incompletion, of course, it stopped the clock. Quarterback gets hit. Here's another pick. Kevin Doherty gets this one. It was just kind of put up for grabs. It was Charleston's receiver, Blaine Cruz, and Doherty at the cornerback spot, and that ball was just up for whoever, and Kevin's taller, and he won the rebound.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Boyer was getting hit as he threw it, and the Effingham defender let up on him a little bit, but still affected the throw, and that might have been the difference there.
So the punt fumble is followed by an interception, and the Hearts get the ball right back. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their 23-yard line. So the Hearts get the ball back. 4:26 to go in the third quarter. And we have a whistle and we have a flag in the Charleston backfield. But it may not be a penalty. We had a man chug off the field.
Defense, 5 yards. Remains first down.
It is an encroachment. They did have somebody lined up in the neutral zone. They might also had 12 kids on the field because I saw somebody check off the field there quick. So it's a 5-yard walk-off, and that's to the Hearts' benefit. It's out to the 28. So now it's 1st and 5. I like 1st and 5.
That's all right. It works.
Big fan of 1st and 5. Let's see what the Hearts can do. They're already up 34-0. Doherty from the shotgun hands it off. It's Miller. Zach has no place to go. Down he goes. So Charleston stiffened. They kind of know what to expect with Zach, and no hole that time for sure. And it is spotted at the 27-yard line. Actually a loss of 1. So that'll make it 2nd and 6. Durbin off the field. The Hearts have in the backfield Vasquez, Miller, and Art. Vasquez comes out here now, split to the near side. Doherty checking the sidelines. He has called time. He says, we need to talk. 3:46 to go, third quarter. Timeout Effingham. Hearts lead it 34-0 over Charleston here on 97.9 XFM.
Federated Auto Parts, this is Ben. Yeah, we have that. Send it. Thank you. Hot shot!
And that's how it's done every day at Blankenship Auto Parts in Effingham, where the professionals go to get their parts.
Well, Hearts called time. A little confusion about just what exactly they wanted to run there. 3:46 to go in the third quarter. No sense guessing when you're up 34-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, you always want to run every play, the way it's supposed to be done. So even with this big of a lead, you want to get things right. It's you wouldn't want to get in the practice of running broken plays.
Doherty's going to throw. It's caught out here by Vasquez, and Drew's got it out near the 40-yard line. He's driven out of bounds, and the Hearts get a first down.
That's going to put Drew up over 100 yards receiving on his 5th catch. I'll wait for the official mark before I tell you exactly what his number is. But
the 38. From the 27 to the 38, a gain of 11. And the Hearts have a new set of downs.
So 107 yards on 5 catches for Mr. Vasquez tonight.
I'm sheepish. Can we call it the 39?
We can.
Sorry. Gain of 12 to the 39. So first down. Oh, the double reverse. Vasquez going to the far side of the field. He's got a couple of blockers. He's got a first down. He's well into Charleston territory out near the Trojan 40-yard line. Haven't seen that in a while. Hearts used to run that a lot. They gave the ball to Miller. Miller gave it to Vasquez coming the other way, and see ya. And he got a nice gain to the Charleston 42-yard line. So from Effingham's 39 to the 42, a gain 19 yards on that one for Drew Vasquez. He's everywhere. He's catching passes. He's sticking people on defense. He does the double reverse there.
He's having a lot of fun out there. This is going to be a game that he remembers forever, I think.
I haven't seen that play in a long time. Doherty from the shotgun now on 1st and 10 for the Hearts at Charleston's 42, and we have a whistle. Timeout Hearts again.
A little frustration for Kevin Doherty there, too, coming towards the sideline.
He says, Coach, what's the story? So they're going to find out. We'll be back in 30, Kenna. Hearts lead at 34-0 over Charleston. Back in a minute in 30 seconds on 97.9 XFM.
From an oil change to new brakes, or possibly a major overhaul, our service makes a difference at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota in Effingham. Trust your car or truck repairs to the most experienced repair shop in the area. Look for our specials online at danheck.com.
All right, we're back at Klosterman Field. 3:30 to go, third quarter. Hearts lead it over Charleston 34-0. This is the third consecutive game Charleston hasn't scored.
Yeah, it's really getting tough for the Trojans, as we mentioned. They shut out in the last 2 games they played, and looking like going to be at least 3 quarters here that they're not going to get on the board, as Effingham has a nice little drive going with 3.5 left here in the third quarter. And if the Hearts get on the board here, talking running clock, so it gets even tougher for Charleston to string together a scoring drive.
So the Hearts at Charleston's 42, 1st and 10. Doherty under center, and he tries to hand off and does, but boy, there's not much there. Gave it at the up back. Is that Durbin again? Let's see if Travis comes out of the scrum there. Billy Arndt carried. No.
That's what the PA...
All right, it was Billy. Noah Lohman was in the middle of that.
Yeah, he was.
So maybe he was throwing a block. All right. So anyway, it ends up at the 42, so no gain in 2nd and 10. No gain on that play. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Hearts looking to get their third straight win, go to 3-1 on the season. Doherty from the shotgun here. Hand off to Miller. Oh, big hole. Turn it up, Zach. And he gets near the 35. Thought that might even be bigger. I thought he was going to swing to the outside here, but he followed his blocking, which is what they teach you to do.
Yep.
And he gets to the 37, from the 42 to the 37, a gain of 5 as it turns out, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Colin McInerney managed to get a diving stop in there and trip him up before it turned into a really big game, but still a nice little second down carry there for Zach.
Durbin out, Vasquez in. Hart and Miller also in the backfield with Kevin Doherty. 3rd and 5. Hearts need to get a first down here, keep this drive going. We're down to 2:10 to go in the third quarter. From the shotgun. Going to throw. Across the middle. He's got a man. Carter Hayes to the 10.
Oh, the ball came
Before
out.
he comes down, the ball's loose. Charleston has it back. Charleston picks it up. Carter had a pretty catch. Ball came loose. Recovered out there by Charleston's number 44. That's Forrest Rotrammel. And Charleston gets the ball back. Holy cow. So the pass was complete, Dustin, to the 8-yard line. So from the 37 to the 8, that's a 29-yard completion. But then the fumble, and Charleston gets the ball back. 1st and 10 on their 8-yard line. Boy, that was unfortunate. Hearts had it set up.
It was a great throw from Kevin over the middle, and Hayes had a nice run after catch, but just could not quite hang on to it. Might have had his eyes on the goal line already.
So 1st and 10 for Charleston at their 8. That's where they start this drive, and they run it up the middle, and not a lot. Kevin Reddish carried the ball for Charleston. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hearts in front of Charleston here at Klosterman Field, 34-0. The play is to the 10, a gain of 2. That'll make it 2nd and 8. So Charleston at their own 10-yard line after the fumble recovery.
Outside of one running play, Charleston hasn't gained more than 2 yards on any rushing play all night. That's 14 plays they've run on the ground.
It's an astounding stat. 2nd and 8. They're at their 10. Boyer hands it off, and they keep the line of moving. They get it out near the 15 before he's taken down. Last man off the field is Kenny Smallhorn. He carried the ball that time to the just shy of the 15, called to 14. Gain of 4. That'll make it 3rd and 4. And we're under a minute to go in the third quarter now. 34-0 Effingham. The Hearts had it up 34-0 at halftime. Nobody scored in this third period. Hearts scored 4 times in the second quarter. 3rd and 4 now at the 14 for Charleston. Boyer up under center. Looks to roll. They've got him. Down he goes. Back near the 10-yard line. He turned and said, I have nowhere to go. Carter Hayes and Travis Durbin team up on the stop.
Yep. Carter Hayes the first one there. Durbin not far behind and just nowhere for Ridge Boyer to go.
So to the 11, a 3-yard loss on that play. Sack for the Hearts. And it's 4th and 7 and 10 seconds to go, and Charleston's going to wait till the fourth quarter to punt. So it's time to move the football. 3 quarters in the books here. The conference opener for the Hearts at Klosterman Field after 3. Effingham 34, Charleston nothing. Fourth quarter on the way in a minute on 97.9 WXCF.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
Well, we had a scoreless third quarter. Effingham scored 4 times in the second quarter, Dustin, and then no one scored in the third period.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for Effingham to swallow that scoreless quarter, but for Charleston, that was the 11th in a row they've had to face, and now they're going to be punting out of their own end zone. Connor Griffin has done a really nice job punting the football for the Trojans. If there's a bright spot this evening, he is it.
Vasquez inside Charleston's 45 to return this. It hits at the Charleston 35. And it's going to stay about there, and the Hearts are going to have sensational field position to start this drive.
That one actually went out of bounds, it looks like, so I'm not sure exactly where they'll spot it. Looks like they're going to actually maybe spot it about the 30, 31-yard line, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's where the Hearts are going to have it. 1st and 10 at Charleston's 30-yard line. Wow.
So just a 19-yarder, so that's a lot of good work done by Griffin tonight. That's easily his toughest effort of the evening.
So 1st and 10 for the Hearts at Charleston's 30 to start this drive with 11:52 left in the game. Next week we head to Salem to play the Wildcats. We'll have it right here where you're listening tonight. Doherty up under center on 1st and 10. Deep back, Zach Miller. Got a good run, comes to the outside. He's inside the 20, inside the 15, and near the 10 before they fight him out of bounds.
Yeah, he never actually did go down either. He stayed on his feet. Even though he had a couple of guys hanging on him, managed to keep his feet underneath him and gets the first down as he got ridden out of bounds.
And holding on the Hearts.
10-yard penalty from the spot.
Holding on the Hearts. The flag is at the 26-yard line. So Zach's going to get 4 yards out of that instead of close to 20. And then the 10-yard walk-off from the flag. So it'll bring it back to Charleston's 36. And the Hearts are actually going to be in worse position when they started the drive.
Yeah, but it was still an impressive run from Zach. At least we can hang our hat on that.
One of the things that made me happiest when I talked to him in the preseason was he said that toe is healed, Greg. That toe that gave him fits last year. And that helps you with your cuts. It helps you with your stopping and starting. And, gosh, it's really proved to be a real blessing for the Hearts.
So far, I mean, he has been outstanding.
So at the 36, Hearts looking to throw. Doherty looking, and there's the pass, and it's too high. Boy, and then Hart got hit a lick after the attempt. Clean hit by McInerney, but nobody's been shy about leveling somebody tonight.
No, but Billy's not used to being on that end of a hit like that. He's used to running people over, so he gets to be on the other side for a change.
Doherty's throw was too high.
Yeah, just a little bit too high.
Incomplete. Stops the clock with 11:16 to go. I was going to tell you about Kevin Doherty. His mom and dad both went to Charleston High School. And he's got grandparents still in Charleston, so I'm sure they're here tonight. Hand off to the deep back. That's Zach Miller. Get him a block or two. Whoa, down he goes. And he's inside the 25 into the 20, and they run him out of bounds. And, they tackled him out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to throw a flag on that. Yeah, that's not necessary.
What is the deal there?
I mean, I can understand if sometimes your momentum carries you a little bit and you can't help but do it. But there, all you had to do was let go of him, and I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but a pretty easy flag to throw.
So the ball.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Defense number 10, half the distance to the goal.
Since I'm sure you heard that, that's Kevin Beard. He's been a busy kid tonight, and he's going to come out now for Charleston. So that's half the goal, half the distance. So the ball was at the. They're going to end up at the 8. So it was at the 16, Dustin. So a 20-yard gain from the 36 to the 16 for Miller. And then half the distance to the goal line, and the Hearts have it 1st and goal at the Charleston 8.
I think the first down is going to technically come by penalty there.
So 11:07 left, and the Hearts knocking on the door, leading 34-0 already. Doherty up under center. Deep back, Zach Miller's got a head of steam inside the 5. Touchdown, Effingham. Zach Miller makes it 40-0, Effingham. The score comes with 11:01 left in the game. So after the penalty, gave the Hearts those yards back that they lost on the hold. Zach Miller gallops in from 8 yards out, and the Hearts make it 40-0. On for the extra point try is Michael Carey. Ian Cole Moran, bump helmets. You do stuff like that in football.
It's encouraged, I think.
Joe Neiman to hold. Kevin Piggish with the Grant Piggish, with the snap. Good snap, good placement. Kicks up. Oh, he buried that one. Michael's back. He nailed that puppy. 41-0 Hearts. And we're in the fourth quarter, so get ready for continuous clock. The rest of this game's going to go real fast, folks. Back with the kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM. Four plays, 30 yards, 51 seconds. And it's an 8-yard touchdown run by Zach Miller. Michael Carey kick is good, and it's 41-0 Effingham, and the continuous clock's already running.
And by my count, that puts Zach over 200 yards, 201 yards on 26 carries. Now, those are unofficial stats, but probably pretty close, I hope.
That's 3 weeks in a row. Somebody was downfield ahead of the kick. Hearts were offside. Somebody got downfield ahead of Michael Carey. And an offside will bring it back 5 yards, and Michael put a pretty good foot on that one, so that's disappointing.
Offsides, kicking team, replay the down.
All righty, so we'll do it again, 5 yards deeper. So this kick will be from the 35. 41-0 Hearts, and again a continuous clock, and timeout obviously stops the clock, and an injury. I think those are the only two things that stop it now.
I mean, just between that score and the Charleston getting possession, we've already seen almost 2 minutes come off of it, so it's gonna fly right by.
So, early post-game meal.
Well, nobody's complaining, I don't think.
I don't think. 41-0. Charleston in danger of their third straight shutout. Carried a kick. Oh, he put a good foot on it. It's taken about the 12. That's Mr. Beard back out there to return it, and he fumbled. Who's got the ball? Maybe the Hearts. Fumbled it inside the 30. And Charleston did recover it, so they do retain possession. That, boy, was coming up the field, and all of a sudden, bonk, there's the ball. But the Trojans fell on it, and they get it 1st and 10 at their 33-yard line. So they'll set up shop at their 33 with 8:27 to go. 6, 5, 4. Continuous clock again. So we'll be done in a moment or two here. We'll talk with Coach Mack on the post-game show. I'm guessing he'll be happy. And
I would think upbeat a bit.
A couple of kids. We'll get Dustin stats and Kenna's scores, and everybody was moving. We had people coming in, fastening up their chin straps and all kinds of stuff.
Defense 5 yards.
Yeah. One of the Hearts got out there just about the time the ball was snapped and still fastening up his chin strap, and they take a dim view of that. So 5-yard walk-off. That'll make it 1st and 5 for Charleston at the 38-ish. 38-ish. Really close to the 39. Down to 7:38 to go again. Continuous clock now. Hearts are up 41-0. Boyer's going to throw across the middle. It is caught. And it is complete inside Effingham territory to the 45. And it's caught out there by Kevin Reddish.
I thought for sure I saw that one come out, but I guess I was imagining things.
Well, that's okay. I missed on one earlier, so I'm not going to say anything. So from Charleston's 38 to the Hearts' 45, gain of 17 yards, and the new set of downs for the Trojans, and we're down to 7:04 to play. Continuous clock now that the Hearts are up by more than 40. Boyer's going to throw, coming to the near side. It's caught out here about the 40, and down goes the receiver. As Grant White out there on the stop. Grant's playing more and more in that defensive secondary for the Hearts. Ball was caught out there by Nick Braden, number 4 for the Trojans. To the Hearts 39, gain of 6. That'll make it 2nd and 4. And we're down to 6:35 to go.
6 different receiver that Boyer has hit tonight.
Boyer up under center on 2nd and 4. Handoff to the up back, and he's inside the 35-yard line, and that's Kenny Smallhorn. Smallhorn with a good gain to the 33. From the 39 to the 33, a gain of 6. And Hunter Dively made the stop for the Hearts there. So some new kids on the block.
Yeah, lots of guys getting a little bit of playing time here towards the end of a big win. And for Charleston, the focus is pretty simple. They just want to get on the scoreboard in this scoreless drought they're in.
Boyer up under center. Here's the snap. Handoff to the deep back. That's Frederick, and he gets it inside the 30. By the way, let me clarify for those of you that might not know, even if Charleston were to score and get back within less than 40, that doesn't change things. Continuous clocks going regardless. Ball is the run gains Charleston ground to the 28, a gain of 5, and it's 2nd and 5.
That continuous clock is like eating Pringles. Once you start, you can't stop.
Deep back, Frederick going at it, up the middle. Good run going. Somebody better tackle him, and they do. Nice gain for Frederick. He got it inside the 15-yard line. Hearts had Gabe Herron was in there on the stop among them. Carter Kistler also helped out. From the 33, good gain that time, to the 13, gain of 20. And that makes it 1st and 10 for the Trojans, and we're down to 4:50 to go.
Frederick's a big kid, 6'1", 170 pounds.
Boyer up under center. Hand off to the deep back. That's Reddish, and he got a little, not a lot. So Reddish carried, and the stop. I'm trying to pick up numbers, and then I'll tell you who was in on the stop. Turn around, young man, so I can get your number. I hate that when that happens. Well, I know for sure that Hudson Graham, who just moved into Unit 40 this year, good baseball player, I hear, in on that stop. Gain of 4 for Reddish. And the ball at the 9-yard line now, 2nd and 6. And they run it up the gut, and the Hearts stuffed it that time. Tony Gilbert carried that time for Charleston. He might have got a yard or two. And scored at the 5. So I got a gain of 4, actually. And who did we say? Isaac Eichschmidt in there on that stop for the Hearts. So it's 3rd and 2 for Charleston at the Hearts 5. Handoff up the gut, and I don't think he's in for the score. And he does get in for the touchdown. Sorry about that. The score credited to Tony Gilbert. Tony Gilbert took it in from 5 yards out. Sorry, Dustin. He got it in from the 5 for the touchdown. That makes it 41-6, and the first points Charleston has scored since their first game of the season. Makes it 41-6, still 3:15 to go on this continuous clock. Hearts had some substitutions in there on defense. And they're going to kick for the extra point here.
3:41, 3:41, the clock stops on scores.
Nick Braden is to kick. So they are resetting the clock. The clock stops on a score to set up the extra point.
So timeouts, injuries, and momentarily for scores.
There's the placement. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So I'll tell you one bright spot for Charleston's their kicking game. Nick Braden's done a pretty good job tonight, and then their punter also has done well tonight, Connor Griffin.
Yep.
So that part of their game working pretty well. They've made it a dent on the scoreboard, 41-7. Charleston on the board with 3:41 to go, and we won't start the clock again until the kickoff. So Kenna, let's take a 30-second break. Hearts lead it by 34 here at 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
532, Matt Toon.
I'm sorry, Dustin, tell me again.
Oh, the drive?
Who the ball, yeah. Give me the rundown on the drive.
61 yards.
7
minutes, 20 seconds.
Good drive, 8 minutes, 61 yards, 7:20. And the young man that scored again was
Tony Gilbert.
Tony Gilbert. So he scores the Charleston points, first points since their first game of the season. The kick was good, and that makes it 41-7. And the clock will be continuous here in a minute. The ball's loose, and the Hearts finally end up with it on a big old collision.
That was Blake White, I believe, number 20, that took that kick. It was a short kick. He took it about the 30-yard line, just ahead of the 30-yard line, hurdled over a diving defender, and ended up with a pretty nice little gain. Nice athletic play for Blake.
Blake's a fun kid. Good baseball player. Good basketball player. Out here playing some football, too. So they'll score it at the 45-yard line. So the Hearts have it 1st and 10 at their 45. Clock's down to 3 minutes. Again, it's a continuous clock, even though it's less than a 40-point spread now. Once you get to that point, it's a continuous clock for the rest of the game. So the Hearts 1st and 10 at their 45, and I'm sure they just are wanting to make sure nobody gets hurt. Lane Koenig's in at quarterback for the Hearts, and the Hearts call time. A little confusion. So Lane calls time.
That's the final timeout.
And that'll be the Hearts' last time out, and it comes with 2:40 to go in the 4th quarter. So it's 41-7 Hearts. Again, that was an 8-play, 61-yard drive. Took 7:20 off the clock, highlighted by the 5-yard touchdown run by Tony Gilbert for Charleston. The kick was good by Nick Braden, and that makes it 41-7.
They were reading off scores between before the kickoff, and Matt Toon's still leading Mount Zion. I heard 35-32. That was in the 4th quarter. I do not know exactly how much time was left, but that would be something that I don't think a lot of people across the conference would have expected.
Well, no, Mount Zion came out of the gate in such great shape, beat Mahomet Seymour in the first week of the season, so everybody said, wow, you gotta watch this Mount Zion team, and I think you still do, but boy, that would be a big win for the Green Wave.
Yeah, it would, and it really gives you something else to think about in that conference picture, too. I mean, I think people had already started kind of counting on, maybe, Taylorville obviously the favorite, I think, but Mount Zion and Effingham being right there, and now maybe you got to throw Matt Toon in that mix.
Very interesting. 1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 45. Lane Koenig is the quarterback. There's the handoff, and coming to the near side now to cross the 45-yard line, and I think we might have had a flag late. Gabe Herron carries for the Hearts. Did I see a flag, or was he just spotting? Yeah, we are talking it over. There was a flag here at the end of the play. To the 46, so a gain of 1 out of all that. We're still talking. I guess there was no flag. Let's see here.
Personal foul, illegal helmet contact, number 44 defense.
All right.
15 yards.
Well, I thought I saw a flag thrown, and then I didn't see one, but there was a personal foul called on the Wave, or on the Trojans, and so that'll be a 15-yard walk-off, and that'll get the Hearts to Charleston's 39-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Hearts at the Charleston 39-yard line. Minute 50 to go. Again, we're running under continuous clock. Lane Koenig's in at the quarterback spot. Blake White's in motion. Nobody's there. They run it up the gut. Nice misdirection by Koenig. Nice play fake there. And Alex Ramos carried the football, and he's inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. So from the 39 to the 33, Alex Ramos carried there for the Hearts. And good gain. 7-yard gain to the 33-yard line. So Alex Ramos, the Hearts number 42, carried the football there. Oh, I'm sorry. Alex is 34. I need to double check who that was.
I don't see a 42.
Old number 42.
On the varsity roster.
Blake White's got the football. Down he goes. Smashed into the turf. That one went to Blake White. I'm sorry, I don't know who number 42 is. He's not on my roster. Well, we'll double check with Coach Mack when he comes up for the postgame visit, which won't be long from now because we're under a minute to go under the continuous clock. Ball's at the 40, by the way, so a big loss. Loss of 7 there. That won't help Blake White's per carry average. And it's 3rd and 11. He's probably not too concerned.
Valuable game action. That's how we got to look at things like that.
Lane Koenig goes up under center. This should be the last play of the game. And they take the knee. Victory formation for the Hearts. They're going to post their 3rd win in a row, go to 3-1 on the season. Hearts a very convincing win opening night of conference action here at Klosterman Field, down to 14 seconds left. So Koenig officially gets a 1-yard loss because we strive for accuracy here. Final score, conference opener at Klosterman Field. Effingham 41, Charleston 7. The Dan Hecht post-game show with scores, stats, and interviews on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
And actually, it looks like Zach Miller's up here, so rather than listening to me bloviate with the stats, I am going to hand over the headset and see what Effingham's leading rusher has to say about things.
I am going to ask you to spell bloviate, though, later. I will ask you to spell that word. All right. Well, post-game visits, we get a visit with Zach Miller and Evan Boggs, and thanks, guys, for coming up. And, man, you're dirty.
I know it.
Congratulations on a great win, Zach.
Thank you. Thank you.
I tell you what, this was one that was satisfying, I think, is the best word I can think of.
Yes, it always feels good to beat Charleston. Always.
There's that certain dynamic between these two teams through the years.
Always has been a little rivalry.
Yeah, and 4 touchdowns in the second quarter, that's pretty good output.
Yes. That's what we look forward to. That's why we always defer. We like coming out and scoring second half.
Exactly so, and you had the opportunity, even though they got the ball, they had to punt fairly quickly. You got it on your own 5-yard line, and that didn't even seem to slow you guys down.
Nope, too much momentum going. Too much momentum.
95-yard scoring drive. As we said, 4 scores in the quarter. You had it up. We had continuous clock, and well, that's all the things you want.
Yep, it always feels good to have a continuous clock.
And you get a big win, and everybody came out of it healthy, I think.
Yep, nobody was injured tonight, I don't think.
Boy, that's excellent. So,
yes.
And you got off to a good start in the conference. That means a lot.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Talk about the Apollo, because I know this means a lot to you guys, because a conference championship is really something special.
Yeah, that's our goal right now. That's what we're working forward to, Taylorville is going to be a tough one. That's the game that will be one of our hardest games for sure.
You've had an awful lot of success this year, and a lot of it's because of your talent, and a lot of it's because of the line that's working up front ahead of you.
The offensive line, I couldn't do without them, for sure.
They're a big bunch this year, and I'm sure you're loving working behind them.
I love them to death.
Tell me about, we talked about it all last season, your battles with your toe and things like that, and people think, toe, as a football player, right? Yeah. But it makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does. People think big toe, you don't use it very much, but you use it a lot more than you think.
You make cuts and stops and starts and all that thing, all that has a difference.
Actually, Evan is dealing with turf toe right now. Same thing I had last year, but he's getting taped up and he's working through it just like I did.
Son of a gun. So when you think about this, we talked about the win against Charleston being significant, winning in the conference. You've got 3 in a row now. You guys have got a bit of a roll going.
Yeah, we plan on keeping it going.
Yeah. What do you like best about football?
Team. Just coming together as one unit, one heartbeat, as one team. That's the best. Brotherhood, for sure. Y'all get to come closer.
What's it mean being a captain?
It means a lot. I mean, my teammates voted me, so I feel like it's up to me to help lead the team. So,
do you guys have individual goals, collective goals, team goals? How's that work?
Every team meal, coach will call out pretty much everybody, and everybody stand up, and they'll tell them their team goal and individual goal. But we have a lot of good team goals for sure. It's more of a unit than anything.
Back on the road next week.
Yes, we are. We look forward to playing Salem at Salem. It's always fun.
Had an interesting one there a couple of years ago, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
In the mud, the rain.
That was a sloppy game.
Got the win in OT. I know this has to mean a lot to you having this much success, too, as a senior, because this is your last go-around, and Coach Mack's go-around. We talked about that in the pre-season interview, about the fact that there's a lot of significance to all this.
Yeah, there is a lot. There it is. It is. You just every single game is your last game you're going to play with that team. But keep winning, and that's all I can ask for.
What do you like besides football? What else do you do?
Working out. I love lifting weights. Get it from my dad.
And he always has. He always has been like that. Yeah. Gosh, been watching you play football for a long time. I'm hoping I get to watch you for a long time to come this year.
I hope so, too.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
You bet. That's Zach Miller. Appreciate getting the chance to visit with him. We'll bring in Mr. Boggs now here and let him sneak around Wayne, and we'll visit with one of those offensive linemen for Effingham that's doing such a good job opening holes for Mr. Miller. Evan, thanks for coming up. Congratulations on a good win tonight.
Thank you.
Tell you, when you see somebody that's a specimen like you, I think people just assume certain things, but it takes a talent and it takes ability and practice and training and all that stuff for big guys too.
Yeah, it definitely does. Practice every single day. We go as hard as we can. Can't take an easy day off. We go out there and practice every day. It pays off in the end.
And sometimes when guys are good sized, sometimes they're a target.
I mean, oh yeah. I mean, I get subbed more often than other players. They go after my legs, but that's what I got strong legs for.
Exactly. It's got to be a blast for you guys getting to block for guys like Zach and Travis and Billy and guys like that.
Yeah, we're not a selfish team. One team, one dream. We just like to see touchdowns get put on the board.
Off to a good start to conference win right out of the gate. Mm-hmm. That's awfully important.
Looking for a conference championship.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Mm-hmm. And they don't come easy.
No, they don't. We're going to work hard for it.
Yeah. Any special measure of satisfaction that you beat Charleston?
No, not necessarily. A win's a win. It doesn't matter on the team. We go out there and we play our hardest every single game. So every single game has the same payoff. So
if I ask you what you like best about football, what do you tell me?
Winning.
That is fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that part. A lot of you guys have played together for a long time, and that's the mark of some of Coach Mack's best ball clubs. Mm-hmm. The fact that you've worked together for a long time and you've incorporated other kids as they come along. Mm-hmm. But there's something special about knowing these guys since the time you were little JFL guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, ever since the 5th grade, we've been playing together for 8 years. We grew up together. We were all hanging out at each other's houses all the time. We were best friends growing up, and we had a small team. We had specifically, our freshman year, we had 12, 13 players. Everybody's going both ways, but we just sucked it up, and it's paying off now.
Absolutely. Any plans yet for after high school?
College, hopefully, yes.
I'm for that. Yeah. Good. Well, thanks, Evan. I appreciate the visit. Congratulations on a good win tonight.
Thank you.
You bet. That's Evan Boggs, and one of the big linemen for the Hearts. That offensive line's done a great job, and we appreciate getting to visit with him and with Zach. And we'll saddle up Coach Mack now and visit with him. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
It's a good win, and we appreciate the opportunity to play Charleston. It always is spirited when Effingham plays Charleston.
It is, and I told the kids, they're used to knowing what we do. We kind of know what they're going to do, and they're a very similar style of play as we are. And so that makes it, a little bit easier defensively to come after people. Mm-hmm. And they made it rough on us tonight. And we got off to, start. We scored on our, the first series we stepped. And I thought defensively set the tone though. We stalled on a couple of drives early, and but that's good for us too. We need to understand that things don't happen and you're going to score your first 4 or 5 drives that you have. Those are special games, and the teams that come out, and especially rivalry games that you have, those things don't happen because you played them, and these kids are used to playing each other, like from JFL to fresh off and so forth. And so, there gets to be a challenge, and we got some guys dinged up tonight, got some bruises and some things like that because Charles came out and hit us, and we told him it was going to be like that, and it was like that, but, we persevered. We did the things we needed to do to be successful. The second half was kind of bogged down with some penalties and some turnovers, unfortunately, but, we still were able to get that one score that we needed, and I thought it was important that the way we are, that if you can get a running clock, it's nice to get some people off the field, and the less snaps the better.
Yeah, exactly. So we get to see kids like Blake White and Terrence Hill got in there at the end.
Exactly.
That's kind of nice to let them see some varsity action.
Yeah, and you never know when you're going to find somebody in those games too.
Exactly. So 4 touchdowns in that second quarter, boy, that really set the stage.
It did. We had the first drive that we kind of went down, and then I think the second score was at Billy's score.
That was the big run by Billy.
And that's set up by our offensive line blocking. It's also people keying on Zach and overflowing where he's faking, and so but our offensive line figured some things out, and we did some nice things, and we also got our passing game going a little bit, which was important to do, and Drew had a really nice game catching the ball, and Kevin got some confidence throwing the ball, and those are things that are important for down the road.
Yeah, they were pretty throws. The ball to Carter, even though it came loose, was a nice play, and Drew just was everywhere because he was I loved it when he took on the big kid who was like maybe 100 pounds more than he was, and he laid him out down here. So he's playing well on D and had the receptions and was everywhere. He had a great game.
He did, and he's also our backup tailback. So when Zach's out, we haven't given him a lot of opportunities back there, but it was nice to get him on the field and get some receptions. And like I said, get a little bit of camaraderie and communication going with him and Kevin, because that's important, because we can loosen up secondaries. That's going to make our rushing game that much better.
You've really got a nice combo going at the up back spot. Sometimes it's Billy, sometimes it's Travis, and they complement each other really well.
Well, at first and foremost, they block their butts off, and they don't mind doing that, and those are special things from individuals. It's like Carter Hayes. Carter Hayes is probably right now one of the most improved kids we got, but and he's not getting a lot of touches, but he's working his butt off blocking for us, and defensively he's improved tremendously on the defensive side of the ball. But going back to you're talking about Billy and Travis, these are unselfish kids, and they all know if Zach scores, it's because they did their job, and Zach knows that he scored because they did their jobs. And those guys they're almost like the offensive linemen, where they're doing the grunge work and trying to get bodies on bodies. And we know if we can get Zach one-on-one with somebody, he's going to come off that with plus yardage after he's been hit. And so that's kind of our goal. And Charleston started bringing their safeties up and their corners up, and that's why we were able to hit a couple of those passes over the top, because of those guys coming up.
I love the play you had. I haven't seen it for a couple of years anywhere. I call it the double reverse. It's a double handoff, and Drew turned that into a big gain on the far side.
And we got some nice blocking on the opposite edge, but they were coming so hard that you have to loosen them up, and as long as we can get outside on that, that's a big play. And Drew's shifty out there. He's not going to run over a lot of people, but he's got quick feet, and he's going to make some things work with his feet. And you get him in some open space, and we saw in some of the catches he made too. He can turn a 5-yard catch into a 30-yard game.
Boy, so many good things to talk about tonight. Joe Neiman had 2 more picks tonight. That secondary's working great.
And, he's the one we've really worked on, and it was really important for him to step up for our defense to be good this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he is, and we've worked hard on him, and he's done a good job of adapting to what we want him to do with that outside linebacker spot. And it's really important for him to drop into that zone, and he's seeing the results of what we want him to do as coaches, and then him actually doing the job, and it makes that so much easier as a coach that they have that kind of success. And because it looks like there's something open out there, and they are, but all of a sudden he's dropping in, and he had probably 2 other passes that he batted away and almost picked off. Besides those 2.
Exactly. Kevin, we talk about him as a quarterback. He made a heck of an interception as a cornerback tonight.
Yeah. And, last week I think they only threw his way once maybe, and he's always bugging us. Coach, you got to throw my way a little bit more in practice. And if he can do that, he had a nice tip away on a streak, and then he got that one, and that's why we put him out there. He's just too athletic to be sitting on the sidelines for half the game, and so defensively he can be a playmaker out there.
Well, I tell you, it's never a bad thing to have a lot of kids to talk about, is it?
Yeah, not the least bit, but we're proud of what our kids have done so far, and the kids that don't play it a lot, that do all the grunge work. We call them our yellow squad on Wednesdays and Tuesdays, that go against the big guys, and we're coming together more as a team, and hopefully the process will keep building.
And it's always a key to get a win first game of the conference, because you're something to know then.
Right. And playing at home, defending your home turf is something we talk about, and playing well in front of our crowd, and those are important things. And but now we go to Salem next week, and that's going to, I tell them, every week's the biggest game of the year, so this is the only thing we're talking about, and we got to get to this one.
Exactly so. Mike, congratulations. Good win.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Hearts coach Mike McDonald, post-game visit. Hearts a winner 41-7 tonight over Charleston.